Let me tell you a funny story about this car right here. I've seen this car in Japan many times at Sakamoto-san's Garage Active warehouse, but this one right here is special because this is actually his personal car that he's owned for a while. This is an R34 GTR M spec. Now, if you guys don't know about the M spec, it's a pretty rare spec that you don't typically see. There's a lot of V specs, there's a V spec 2 and all those other types, but this one right here is an M spec and it's his. He wanted to bring this car earlier this week. I mean, mind you, it's already midweek right now, but this car didn't roll in until last night. This thing was stuck at port, which is crazy because, you know, the government shutdowns and all that stuff. So he built this car months ago, way ahead of most of us building SEMA cars, shipped it, and it was, you know, in the middle of the sea for about a month or so during transit. And yeah, it got stuck at port and he couldn't pick it up, sent someone to pick it up, and now it's here at SEMA. So yeah, pretty cool to see this car here in the States because I only just see this in Japan. If you guys want to know more about this R34, look at his Instagram, Garage Active. It's active4488. But he's coming out with a bunch of cool parts for this car, like this wing setup right here. You can get like a different base, so it's longer. I told him to bring a longer version so they can show people, but these things are pretty, I think they're pretty lightweight. Super expensive though. He's gonna make a full carbon kit for this in the future, and that might be a SEMA car, but for now, this is just the narrow body with his, you know, all his parts. So like the mirrors right here, that's his original. The carbon hood. These are all dry carbon, by the way. If you guys don't know the difference between dry carbon and wet carbon, it doesn't mean it's wet carbon because it's glossy. That's not what it means. Dry carbon is made differently from wet carbon, and it's way, way, way lighter. So like this hood right here, I can actually lift it with, you know, a pinky, not even my pointy finger, like a whole ass pinky. So pretty wild, man. He makes these bumpers, and then also the lip kit. So if you guys have a GTR, R34, R33, R32, you can buy all these parts from Garage Active. And yes, this is painted carbon. You can't tell, but it's painted carbon. And then it's got our Proxys R888, of course, R888R, and then his own wheel. These are Garage Active wheels, which are produced by Work Wheels. So yeah, they look really nice. This is a pretty aggressive setup, but very drivable. We're gonna be driving this thing after SEMA to events and stuff, so you'll probably see it at, you know, the next car show. I think the International Auto Modified in Anaheim. We're gonna bring this thing out. But yes, super cool to see this car. It's been resprayed. It's pearl white, but I think this is an OEM pearl white. Titanium exhaust, his own diffuser as well. Let me get the light real quick so I can show you guys. I love this car, and that's why I'm doing like a full recap review on this thing. Check this out. Ooh. Titanium exhaust. He's got his own diffuser right here in dry carbon. Dude, this thing is freaking minty, man, minty. And he does reuse a bunch of OEM parts as well. So like the logos and all that stuff, it's OEM with a car, obviously, and all that stuff. But yeah, he's owned this car for a very long time, and it's just cool that he brought it out to SEMA. So there you go.